architect Vivek Bhole to speak to us. Sir.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Dignitaries on the dais, friends, accommodation time team. Murari Lalji said, Qutub Minar is standing, but the buildings which were constructed in front of me when I landed in Mumbai 20 years back, they are going under redevelopment. So what is wrong with it? All concrete buildings with practical life of 30 years and theoretical life of 50 years. They are going under redevelopment because of various reasons, maybe for FSI, maybe for additional area what the tenants want, but more because of the substandard technology. According to me, RCC is a substandard technology. RCC came into picture and became popular only because of World War II. Otherwise, if you take RCC, the life is very less, even lesser than the human life. If you see, the construction time is more, and the material is not actually reusable. When we select any material, when we say innovative material, what is the need of today? The material should be reusable. The concept of green building, we say reduce, that is reduce the use of the material, reuse and recycle. So you cannot reuse or recycle the main material, which is concrete. It becomes debris. Once you demolish the building, it becomes debris. So in near future, the technology has to change. And what is the change? There are materials which are reusable. There are materials which are recyclable. Right now, we are doing drywall systems which are made up of recycled materials. Fly ash, which is a byproduct. But then, if you see, steel is the material, very, very intelligent material, which is reusable. Aluminum, very intelligent material. But this is a technology, still very old technology. If we look at future, probably we are going to see innovations. We are working in collaboration with few universities in Europe, and they are working on a new technology, altogether new technology. According to me, there will be a paradigm shift in the way we think. We talk about aluminum shuttering, we talk about slip form shuttering, different materials, but probably within the next 2-3 years, we'll see the whole construction industry going in a different direction altogether. We are working on a system where actually the building will be printed on site. A bungalow, a ground plus 2 villa can be printed on site in 36 hours. There are different materials for that. The major material would be always concrete because it is cheaper. But there is another material which is called pultruded resin. It can be projected out of a jet and they will construct a building. You can go on YouTube and you can find the sites there for printing a building on site. So the speed will be more. Time is money. Labor is costlier. There are materials which are becoming very difficult to get. And they are not easy to get. They are not recyclable. But the new technology will solve all these problems. If you see pultruded resin, now everybody has become net expert. So you can search on net pultruded resin. Material which is better than concrete, steel, wood, all the plus points of all these materials in pultruded resin. Life is 50 years. You take any material, there are so many material suppliers, different innovations they do. If you ask them the life is 10 years, maximum 20 years. They give you guarantee of only 10 years. So RCC is 50 years, theoretical life 50 years, practical 30, and material for envelope, for finishing is less than 10. So even that is not going to work. So you'll have to go for material which is actually really innovative. the material should be long lasting. Because when we say green building, they have got some different criteria. According to me, the material which is going to take minimum energy to produce, the life cycle of the material, and then the total life of that material. So the maintenance should be less, and then it should be again reusable. All these kind of materials are coming. Now they are little costly, but awareness is going on. Now, if we say on, let's say, labor cost, time cost, certainly we can spend more on the cost of the material. Probably within next 1.5 or 2 years, we'll see all these changes happening because the innovations are already done. They are already there. You will find people constructing gantries on the site and just painting the building. And in front of you, you will see the building getting erected like this. So everybody, all of us, including the architects, like we are working, in fact, 2 days back, Riza, me and Prashant Bhai were together at Delhi. And in the night we were discussing, almost like 2 hours we were sitting and discussing. And we were discussing about a technology called BIM. BIM is Building Information Modeling, where the building is erected inside the computer. And then before constructing the building, it starts giving you the faults which you are going to make. The faults, it will detect the, it will tag the faults and the errors and the mistakes. And you can rectify them before starting the construction itself. Now, already we have started working on that. Reza is working on that. And now we are working on the system where we can fire this ready model of BIM to the printer on site and construct the building on site. So, let's say in how much time we get this technology in India, it would be cheaper. Just today I bought one 3D printer. I used to see 3D printer for almost around 20 lakhs rupees, then it reduced to 15. I bought it for 1.3 lakhs, very cheap. And then even the cartridge cost is very less. So the technology is becoming cheaper, and this 3D printing technology has become very cheap and available now. Even the programmers are doing, Indian programmers and Indian manufacturers are manufacturing these 3D printers, but they're small scale. Now we are going to see them on the big scale where the big industrial gantries will construct the building on site. As a industry players, as we are working on this system or this technology, everybody, every material supplier, whether he is taking care of shuttering or maybe the material which is for the framework or maybe envelope material or finishing material, everybody will start thinking in an innovative way to find these materials which are long lasting and also sustainable materials which are less harmful to the environment. And I think every day now, because of the awareness, we are seeing these new materials coming up. So possibly within next 2-3 years, when the market gets settled here, right now we are not going through right phase of real estate industry, but then as soon as we settle, probably the construction boom in India, the way China did, we don't want to go that kind of overboard construction, but then when it comes to India, probably this technology will help us to erect buildings in very less time. So, my friends, I just want to say, let's prepare for all this new future which is coming. Everybody, every player will have to prepare for this, and let's see what is there for us in future. That's all for the evening. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. I want to actually ask you 2 questions. You can, answer from there also. Question number 1 is that how strong is the RMC ready mix, because it is the new innovations in construction technology, and we have seen, say, I'm not a very technical person, neither I'm an architect, I'm a finance guy. 28 days it takes to cast a slab conventionally, but nowadays it is 3 days that people are, casting slabs, and they are going ahead. And in China, I was reading one article. Within 3 days, they have constructed 7-story building. So I want to ask you that when it takes 28 days to cast a slab, now people are doing it in 3 days. How strong is those, these slabs are? And second question is question is RMC ready mix. How, these ready mix are better than conventional way of, constructing this, sir?
Have you used super glue ever?
Sorry?
Super glue?
No.
Okay. When we were children, we used to use the glue which is made up of your floor, right?
Yes.
Then came Fevicol. To set proper Fevicol, if you want to join something, it takes almost like 30 minutes. Super glue takes 30 seconds.
Yes.
Okay. And super glue, if you paste something, even glass to glass, it is very difficult to separate.
Yes.
So it's a new material. Something like resin, it's a new material. It's an old material being used in an innovative way. Like diode, we used to see diode. In 1960s, there was diode, but it came back as a LED technology.
Yes.
Okay, it's not a new technology. It's just a modification, innovation, and maximum use of it. That's it.
Okay.
So in RMC also, there are additives to increase the